welcome everybody right here to Scoreboard's Restaurant on Corsi Boulevard. It is the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And the man, I'm Chris Powers, the man, Roman Banks, joins me right here.
Man.
Almost even hard to fist bump you with a doorknob on your hand.
Well, you know, we collect these. We're in the business of collecting these. That's what athletics do. We collect these.
You do have a nice box in your office, too, of all the championship rings.
Yes, we you know, since I've taken over with my basketball career and since I've been athletic director, we've been able to get a few in a hurry, you know, men's basketball, football, baseball. So we've been on a roll here. We just need to get more.
That's right.
And we need to dominate a little bit more. We need to get multiple in 1 year.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, you've got all the sports going on right now. I mean, like as we mentioned, a lot of people think fall is a busy time of the year. Spring is a tremendous time of the year as well.
No question. No question.
All kind of games going on, including basketball. Obviously, both teams now on a win streak. The women have won 2 in a row. The men have won 3 in a row. Pretty good.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, you can just feel the guys coming into their own, and you know, I think a turning point is sometimes you have to really hurt to get yourself right. And visiting with them after the Grambling game, I thought it was you could see it in the young men's eyes that was a very disappointing loss for them. And sometimes it takes to be down to your knees to get focused in and to really listen to what the coach is trying to tell you to do in the game plan for that game and get you better as an individual, challenge you personally. But you can still see them coming around. So them going on the road doesn't surprise me because I know they are capable. And we just look forward to them coming home and getting 2 more. And 2 more to 3 more because we got 3 straight home games.
That's right.
And they're right back in the hunt now for a championship run. And obviously, you know, Jackson State has a pretty good girls program right now. In my opinion, one of the best in our conference. That was a rematch of the tournament championship last year. And we fell a little short. I think that we were flat. I think the girls made so many baskets. They shot the ball phenomenal against Grambling.
Yes.
And we couldn't make a shot against Jackson, and we were just very flat. But Jackson beat us at our place last year, and we beat Jackson at their place. And so hopefully the same thing can happen again. And as you can see, record-wise, standing-wise, that our girls, the ladies are still right there to make a run. And I'm pretty sure that Coach Funches and them going to have them ready as well. Yeah,
no question about that. That was a foul fest in that Jackson State game. 45 fouls was in that game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously I think we play up-tempo, try to speed you up defensively. And obviously they do the same thing in a sense. I don't think the version that we do it, but obviously I thought one of the things, speaking with Coach Funches, and we talked about that game a little bit, is that I think that we allowed them, they had a pretty good way of breaking the press, and as a coach, you got to get a feel for when people breaking the press, you're giving up too many easy baskets in a row. I mean, you can go back to it, but you know, when someone come down and make 4 straight, 5 straight baskets, you might need to do something a little different. And so hindsight is always 100. And so I think that those are always learning points for teams and coaches. And so I look forward to that meeting again in Jackson.
No question about that. Speaking of meets, a very good meet in Houston, Texas for the track and field team. 4 top 10 competitors in that. Junior Alexandria McCoy took 4th in the women's weight throw with 15.59 meters. Also, senior Nia Williams finished 7th in the 60-meter dash out of 21 competitors. Sophomore Nicholas Scott took 4th in the 800-meter run. And senior Jeremy Bass placed 4th in the men's weight throw with a weight of 16.32 meters. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, they went out and represented themselves well. And I said this over and over and over again, but you can also see our track program growing leaps and bounds and at a rapid rate. And I think we're excited about that. And they've been able to go to each meet and represent well. They've been able to go to each meet and get winners in the meetings as well, finishing in the top 3. And so in individual matches. So we're excited about that. I think that you will continue to see once it gets closer to conference play that we will become more dominant and probably win more events out there. And so and I do think that we talk about the relays and the sprints, the field events, but I think that our other event, discus and shot put and all those things, that we're very strong.
Yep. They'll be in Birmingham, Alabama on Sunday for the Birmingham Crossplex. That'll be this Sunday, so check out with that. So that'll be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's next Sunday. No, it's this Sunday.
It's this Sunday?
What is
It's moving pretty
22nd
fast.
of January already.
Hey, just think we're going into, after next week, we're going to the second half of men's
crazy.
basketball season, period. And so, before you know it, we'll be talking about the conference tournament.
Right, unbelievable. I talked to Coach Fogg yesterday too. A little disappointed. She was disappointed in the East tournament, but she feels her team can definitely get better. They got an upcoming match at Florida A&M.
Yeah, I think that our expectation was a little higher than the way we finished, and so hopefully, I know that she was a little disappointed in that, but hopefully we can bounce back and go to FAM and play a better tournament. And, if they continue on the rate that they've been going, I think that was a misstep that, we'll eventually fight for the order of finish in the top 3 in the conference as well in bowling.
No doubt about that. So lots of things going on in sports. You can go to gojagsports.com for more information. And folks, you got to come out to these basketball games. Got so much stuff coming to Southern University and the basketball games that'll be coming up. We've got this Saturday, Alabama State. It's always good to see Alabama State, both men and women, play against our Southern Jaguar teams. And then on Monday, you've got obviously Alabama A&M coming into town. And this year in both men and women's, it's up for anybody's competition. Anybody can win the title.
Yeah, I do think that, as it relates to our basketball programs, that we're capable of winning every night we step out there on the floor. And so I think that as this season comes closer to an end and everybody really start jockeying for positions, because things going to separate here in a minute. Always separate out the first week of the second half. But I would think that we'll be in the mix. And it's always important on both sides that you can finish at least in the order 1 for 4 so you can get a first round game at your place. But it won't be any surprise to me, and that's my expectations for all our teams to be fighting for the championship.
No question about that. And bring your congregation too. Church night on February the 1st. That'll be a Saturday game. First game at 3 p.m. with the Lady Jags taking on Alcorn State. That's the midway point of the season, like you talked about. And then the men game about 5:30 will tip off for that. But bring your congregation with that, Coach. And I know that's something you're big on and stressing that.
Yeah, I think we try to make sure that our games are events and we have different outreaches for each game. And so the church night has always been a huge night for us. And right now, anyone that's listening can contact our ticket office at 225-771-3171. If you bring a party of 20 or more, we offer discount packages. And if you bring a party of 50 more, you get another discount. Wow. And obviously, if you bring 100 people, there's a $3 ticket for you. So I urge everyone we should have people contacting the churches and letters going out. But if you hear this show hear my voice, I'm going to ask that you get a ticket office a call so we can get you and your church in. We'll recognize you. We give your pastors a chance to shoot a free throw for the church
there you go.
And see how good he or she is. And so we're excited about those type of opportunities.
No question about that. When we come back, we're talking basketball. Coach Sean Woods will join us right here on set. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. I'm Chris Powers along with Coach Banks right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams, and serving our neighbors. A tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University, together, a winning team.
Join the parade this season with Mambo money from the lottery. Win up to $4,000. Need a little more flavor? Play King Cake Cash, where you can win up to $12,000. And if you love that, you love our King Cake Cash promotion. Enter to win a King Cake each month for a year. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Mardi Gras tickets from the lottery. Get yours today.
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we continue here with the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Got Coach Son Woods, basketball on right now. How you doing, my man?
Doing all right.
Congratulations,
all right.
3 in a row.
Tell you what, winning is the best aspirin known to man, as far as I'm concerned. So, feeling pretty good about it right about now.
I mean, I know that every team would like to shoot good every single game, but one thing I was bringing up, Coach, when you're shooting 50%, you're undefeated.
Yeah.
5-0.
Exactly.
Undefeated.
Well, a lot of teams will be undefeated. Shooting
50%, yeah.
That means you're shooting the mess out of the ball.
Well, your team has not had a problem shooting mostly throughout the game. They're just young and 14 new players on that team, so they got to gel together and learn how to put it in at the end, because you've been averaging on the season overall 45% and in the SWAC about 46%.
Well, yeah, just like you just said, having a brand new team, just learning how to stay consistent with each other and still trying to figure out each other's roles. But, as you've seen, I've cut down the rotation a little bit, trying to get some familiarity with some guys and some consistency. And you only get that by playing. And, after Christmas break, I just told them, hey, I'm going to cut this thing down, and whoever earns it, that's who I'm going with. And everybody, the ones who have played have responded, and the guys who haven't, surprisingly, have bought into it and just waiting their turn. And the main thing is everybody's all about winning. And, there's like, Coach, whatever we need to do to win the basketball game, that's what we're here for, and that's what we want to do. Right. So our morale's been very, very, very good. Yeah, we just talked about 50% in that UAPB game. You just felt that your team was just unbelievable, and especially the second half was absolutely incredible. Shot 63% in the second half. You finished at 50% on the night in shooting. Also, the three-point shots have come down a little bit. You're 4 out of 10, but because of the fact that you're scoring a lot of points in the paint, Coach. I mean, the other night you got 38 points in the paint. Well, we're getting them a lot in transition, and also we're rebounding the ball like I like now. We're starting to get second chance shots, we're starting to dominate the offensive glass, and that's just effort. That's just these guys are saying, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to win. And 9 times out of 10, when you win the backboard on both sides, you're going to have success, and they're buying into it. I think, DJ Burns has been, big time as far as getting offensive rebounds. Darius Williams is coming along, and then Amel has been big time the last 2-3 games, just chasing after balls, being a big time presence on the inside with his size. and we're starting to play faster like we want to. So we're getting a lot of layups. We're getting a lot of shots in the paint, more so than just settling for three-point shots.
And not only that, Coach, you're also beginning to move up in the SWAC standings as far as defense. In that first half against UAPB, 8 out of 21 they shot. That's it, 8 out of 21. And then in the Valley game, that you scored a lot of points off turnovers, and they had a lot of turnovers in that ball game.
Well, that's what we do. You know, we want to pose our will on them, keep pressure on them. And, you know, a lot of these teams aren't great shooting teams this year for some odd reason. So we're packing it in, but putting pressure on the basketball so they can't get easy buckets and doing our best to keep the ball out of the paint and limit each team to one shot. And when we do that, that gets us a chance to play much faster and also give us a chance to get the shot up and become more relentless going to get that offensive rebound.
No question about that. You've got some players on this basketball team. Darius Williams, as we mentioned time and time again, has given you the minutes. You know, he gets so many minutes in a ball game. He had 34 in the Valley game. Ashante Shivers, he's had 2 good games in a row against UAPB and against Valley.
Well, Valley struggled a little bit. He turned the ball over uncharacteristically a few times. That was key. That started their run. You know, I just told him after the game, I said, hey, you know, we won, forget this one, throw this in the trash and come back next time, because he wants to do well so bad. And I said, hey, sometimes you got to trust your teammates. And he's having a hard time with that. But now, you know, up until that game, I don't know why he was pressing himself so much against Valley. But, you know, some other guys came in. I thought LaMarcus Lee came in and gave us a boost. He's been a breath of fresh air here lately, too, with the success these last 3 games. And we got to continue to get him because he hadn't played in 2 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's starting to figure himself out a little bit and starting to get into a groove, and that's been refreshingly accepted for us because we need all the help we can get. And his athleticism allows us to get offensive rebounds, second chance shots. He's making shots now. He's getting out. He's guarding the other team's best defender. So, you know, my personality is starting to get into some of these guys' souls a little bit, and it's real refreshing to see.
And LaMarcus Lee is one of those guys, local guy.
Oh, yeah.
Played at Scotlandville, and that guy could give you everything for sure of that. Now we play against Alabama State. They're a pressing team. Coach Jackson's always a pressing basketball team.
Well, he hasn't been lately, but this year he is for some odd reason because he's having a hard time scoring. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to produce some points in other ways, and it's kind of worked for him a little bit. But we just got to continue to do what we do. You know, we got to stay solid, limit them to one shot, don't turn the basketball over, and keep pressure on them on both ends of the floor.
And nobody's safe now. I mean, they beat Alabama A&M the other day. I mean, you're thinking that A&M's starting to get a little roll going, and then all of a sudden they get beat by Alabama State.
Well, A&M is a lot like us. They're brand new. They're starting 4 freshmen and a junior. But you know, they're like us. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with from now on. And Alabama State, you know, it's a state rivalry. And they don't play it at each other's place. They play it in Birmingham. So, you know, when a rivalry game comes, you never know who's playing. You know, you got to throw that one up and just hope for the best. But both of them are consistent. Both of them are very dangerous competitors to us. But we just got to continue to take care of business and do what we do and not worry about anybody else. And it's really good to have these next 3 games coming back home after a successful road stint.
Right. And then Alcorn State was Grambling was looking good. Then after they won against us, they won that 3 first games in the season. Now they're struggling, and they went into Alcorn State that next game and got beat. And Alcorn State beat Valley the other day. They scored 106 points.
Yeah, I think right now, besides us, Alcorn State is one of the hottest teams in our league right now, and looking forward to playing them. But right now, we're worried about Alabama State and taking care of our business. And what we want to do is just continue to get better and better and better with consistency and being able to sustain.
No question about that. Two guys that play all the time for your team. Skylar Baggs played in every game so far. He's not missed 1 game this year. Also another guy who hadn't missed, Brendan Brooks, who's, by the way, missed 5 free throws his entire career. His 2-year career, he's missed 5 free throws.
Well,
that's it.
He's Mr. Insurance.
Yeah.
You know, he gives us everything. He's got to walk on. But, you know, he gives you everything, and he's the personality of our team. You know, he's the epitome of hard work. And when you look at Brandon Brooks as a teammate, you can't take a day off because every day he's giving you everything he's got. He's undersized, but he's going to come, and he's always a factor in every game we play. And he's been a major part of our success here lately.
No question about that. Well, Coach, good luck in this weekend's game. Again, about 5:30 tip-off time with Alabama State. It's always a good game. When Alabama State comes into town, Coach Jackson will have his team ready. And then Alabama A&M on Monday, tip-off at about anywhere from 7:30 to 7:45. Coach, wish you the best of luck. Can't wait to see you.
Appreciate it.
3 straight home games, by the way, as Coach Banks talked earlier. Again, Alabama State this Saturday, Alabama A&M on Monday, and then next Saturday, it's Alcorn State halfway already.
Tell you what, once you get into it, the season just goes by, but that means you're having fun. So,
goodness gracious.
Got to continue to get better. Got to continue to take care of business. And I have a lot of confidence in these guys right now. I think they're starting to turn the corner a little bit, and they're starting to understand what we have to do to make sure we win the basketball game, whether we're making a lot of shots or not. As long as we stand consistent and playing great defense and not hurting ourselves, I think we can have a chance to beat anybody in our league.
Do you still play and all that?
I get out there every now and then when I get. It takes me to get mad if they're not seeing what I see. Only against zone though, you know. And I'm not running up and down. If it's half court, I can still pass. I'm not going to make a shot. Yeah, but I can still dominate a game without taking a shot.
Let me tell you, don't let this guy fool you. If he says I'll challenge you in a half court shooting contest, don't challenge this guy. Because I'm telling you, I've seen him make every one I've seen him shoot so far.
I tell you what, there's not a coach AD 2-on-2 in the country that can handle Roman Banks and Sean Woods in the United States. So I'll tell you that.
All right, when we come back, we're going to switch out to baseball. We'll do that when we come back right here. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here from Scoreboards Restaurant. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Go Jags.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Here is the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and we're shifting into baseball. Before you know it, you'll be hearing the ding, ding of aluminum bats for baseball. How's it going, Coach?
Good. How are you?
It seemed like yesterday you guys were in Stark Vegas playing for the NCAA tournament.
It's been a quick turnaround since last year, and we always get excited for this time of the year as we're about to be about 3 weeks away from opening day. Our guys are excited. We went through the fall, had a long fall. Now we're getting closer and closer to that opening day, and everybody's getting a little bit more excited each day.
Yeah, I know Nick Saban talks about that, talks about complacency. When they win the championship, they're not bringing up last year's championship. It's a new team, what have you. And obviously this will be a new team. I mean, a lot of new players coming out this year.
Yes, definitely. We talk to our guys all about that all the time as far as what happened last year. And like you said, we're only returning one position player from last year's lineup, and that's Hampton Hudson, who was in the lineup for us every single day. And so we brought in some junior college guys, but we brought in a good number of high school kids that we think have a chance to step in there and be contributors for us.
No question about that. Tell us, when does it start? When does baseball practice start?
So our first official day of practice is going to be on January 24th. That puts us 3 weeks away from opening day on February 14th, and we'll scrimmage every weekend all the way out until we get up to opening day.
And playing against UNO, the Privateers, that'll be on February 14th in New Orleans. And then you'll stay in New Orleans to play against Alcorn State Braves, Alabama State University, and Grambling State. And then you're coming to LSU on February 18th on a Tuesday at Alec Box Stadium to play against the Tigers.
Yep. We get to play them every year, which is good for us. I think kind of having that inner city rivalry between us and LSU, and obviously we split the series last year with them, and so I think they're going to be hungry. Our guys are going to be hungry, so that'll be a good game to play.
Have a good trip to Texas too. You get Texas Tech on February 25th and 26th before you take on Prairie View A&M, so you'll be able to stay right there in the state of Texas.
Yeah, it's Lubbock is not necessarily my favorite spot from back in my Big 12 days, but they're quality caliber opponent to go there, and World Series contender for the last few years, so give our guys that experience. So this year now, if we get ourselves in a position where we're back in that regional, we've been in more of those types of atmospheres to allow our kids to go out and be ready to play.
What do you thought about the schedule when it came all into place? I like you play some teams, like I said, you play UNO, you play LSU, you play against Nicholls State, you also play against, obviously, Lamar University is going to be out, but Northwestern State, you play against the Demons as well.
Try to put together the most competitive non-conference schedule that we can, understanding that we have to do well in conference in order to be successful to get to the postseason. But when you put together that non-conference schedule, like I said, we play Texas Tech, LSU, Tulane, Missouri State. Talk about some teams that are perennially in the top 30, Southern Miss, Mississippi State. We're going to play them again this year. So giving our kids that opportunity to play against that high level of competition to get us ready for the postseason.
And I noticed at the end after you finish Grambling, it's the last on May the 3rd will be the last SWAC game of the season. You go to Mississippi State again. So that kind of is getting to where it's getting nice.
It is. That's something that with the new coaching staff over there, I know those guys very well, and hopefully it's something that we can do year in and year out. I'm trying to talk them into when they come over to LSU, being able to steal a game from them on a Wednesday before they play LSU, and get some other SEC opponents from the guys that I know that are in the league to try and get us a Wednesday game here and there when they come in to play LSU. So being able to play at Mississippi State, where we're familiar with, and then going there and being competitive in that environment is something we're looking forward to.
Obviously, you got to score runs is the name of the game, but also in college baseball, pitching, and really in Major League Baseball too. Pitching is a name of the game. How are you feeling your pitching staff's going to be this year?
I like how we look on paper. We have a lot more depth this year than we did last year. I think our biggest loss this year is going to be Connor Whalen. You're talking about a guy that was at the end of the game for us. When he came in, it was virtually over. He didn't give up an earned run until the regional. So to be able to go throughout the entire course of the year without giving up any runs is huge. And so, but I like the depth that we have. I think the bullpen for us will be a multi-headed monster. We're going to probably run about 4 or 5 guys out of there. And then we have some good guys that are vying for those starting spots for the weekend rotation. So I like where we're going to be at from a pitching standpoint. And again, with the young freshman position players we have, I think it'll just be how long does it take them to transition and get into the flow of the game at the collegiate level.
Can't wait to see it, man. It's going to be coming up great. Before you know it, we'll be May 13th in the SWAC baseball tournament. Coach, wish you all the best luck. I know you got all the fans excited. And again, before you know it, we'll be playing baseball over at Lee Hines Field. The first home game is going, well, you can go see them at LSU, obviously, but the first home game for us will be in Northwestern State on March the 3rd at Lee Hines Field.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be great. Coach, as always, Good. I love to watch this guy. And still going to be on third base this year?
We're going to see. We're going to see. Yeah, we're going to see.
There you go. All right, Coach. When we come back, we're going to talk to one of your biggest supporters. Her son plays, and the returning starter, as you mentioned.
There you go.
Rose Hutchinson joins us right here. Rose Hutchinson joins us right here, next, right here, as we continue with the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment on Southern University Radio. I'm about to say Radio Network. Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. Smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
All right, welcome back, everybody, as we're continuing with the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and right here from Pelican Sports TV, of course, and right here live at Scoreboards Restaurant. And we're right here with the president of the Louisiana Lottery, Rose Hudson. And by the way, thank you, because you're a big supporter of this show. You're a proud sponsor of this show.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
we thank you for that. And all the stuff you do at Southern University.
Thank you so much. It's our privilege.
And you got so many things coming up. Now, I asked you that before. Who comes up with all of your promotion ideas? Because it's great.
We're pretty fortunate. We have a very talented team of folks that work in the marketing department. And of course, since 35% of our gross revenue goes to the state, we have to be real careful how we spend our money. So they throw as much creativity at ideas as they do money. And so it's always a team effort, and they get excited and they come in with these big bright eyes and say, guess what, I've got an idea.
Wow. And they've got some good ideas, because not only going to throw money your way, but possibly king cakes as well.
Oh, yes.
Launching the new a Mardi Gras themed scratch-off this year, $2 scratch-off tickets.
Yes, it's an exciting time for us. You know, we finished with the holiday season most around the country, but for Louisianians, we're just getting started, round 2 with Mardi Gras time. So we've got these 2 new games that we're excited about, and of course the opportunity to have a little fun with some king cake.
Yeah, and find the baby on the. That's so interesting. I love that.
Why not, right?
Because everybody wants to look at the king cake and find the baby. Well, in the scratch-off, you get to find the baby.
It's just natural. Yeah.
And an opportunity to win king cake every month for a whole year.
Yep.
Sign me up, please.
Yeah, 20 of our players who buy our tickets, the non-winning tickets, there's a second chance drawing, so you have an opportunity to win king cake for a year.
Who wouldn't want that?
I would. Would you say what? Bananas Foster?
Bananas Foster. We were talking off air about what's our favorite one in Bananas Foster, and an opportunity for you not only to visit that facility, but also make your own king cake.
Yes, we'll be having we have an opportunity on social media and our website to enter into a drawing for a chance to go to Cartoz's Bakery in New Orleans, make your flavor of king cake, the winning flavor of king cake, and then of course you get to take the prize home. There's no fun of making the cake if you're not going to get to bring one home.
And last year was the Bananas Foster.
Year before last was the Bananas Foster, and let me tell you, when you're in there and it's coming out of the oven, it's pretty.
That is my favorite.
Yeah, well,
traditional and Bananas Foster.
It would be your favorite if you were sitting there.
That is unbelievable.
Right.
25 years.
25.
We started. I mean, isn't that crazy?
We've been doing a wonderful business in the state of Louisiana. Opportunity to give over $3 billion back to K-12 education.
And that's 35%, right?
Correct.
That's unbelievable.
Plus a little extra.
Plus a little extra. So when people understand that, they are putting a lot into education.
That's it.
And it takes a lot, no question about that. But I've noticed that a lot of things can happen for schools, whether it's improvement, books, and stuff of that nature, all that stuff. And it's big when it goes in.
It's a technology. It's everything. We're a small part of the education budget, but if you think what would happen if that let's say last year we gave them over $180 million. If you pull that out, then you can really see the impact.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So right now, people should just go to the stores and the Mardi Gras.
They're out there on the streets.
Already.
Go buy those tickets. Yes. Sign up for the contest.
I'll have stuff all in my truck, scratching off tickets when I get to my truck.
It'd be kind of interesting if we got to go make the Bananas Foster king cake together. Yes.
Call me. I'm there with you, and I will carry your bags.
Yes.
Whatever you need me to do, I'll do whatever you need me to do.
I like the sound of that, Chris. Thank you.
Oh my goodness gracious! Does it ever get old? Does your job ever get old?
Does it look like it gets old?
No, because she always got a smile on her face. I'm going downtown one day and I'm looking, and there on the side, you're greeting somebody with a big smile on your face.
No, it does not. I say when it gets old, when I don't want to get up in the morning, it's time for me to do something else. And I keep saying that, but I haven't reached that point yet.
Well, you've done such a great job.
I'm very fortunate.
How long was the Louisiana Lottery in business before you took over?
Oh my goodness. So the lottery started in '91, and then I became president in 2005.
And you stopped the whole time?
Yeah.
So that's 15 years you're going on this year?
Yeah.
15 years?
Yes. In June.
And you have done such a great job.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm not just saying that because you're here and what have you. And, she's a good athlete, too. I mean, her son's a good athlete. She's a good athlete. She'd throw me down big time. But no, I mean, you've done such a great job, and you obviously must be for 15 straight years.
Well, I'm a Louisiana girl. We wanted this Louisiana business to be run right. So I hope that's the gift I've given to the state, because the gift that's given me is the opportunity to do this.
And the Louisiana Lottery didn't have to sponsor schools like Southern University, but you do. Not only for this show, but also other programs you do for Southern University. Why?
Yeah. No, we believe in our colleges and universities across the state. The products that, the one product that those universities are Louisiana students. And so if we can support the efforts of those schools and keeping those kids at home. I'm a mom, I would like to keep mine at home, but who knows? And being good community citizens. That's what any business should want to do. So we hope we're doing a good job at that.
Yeah, I think you are doing a great job. Again, I'd love to go to your office one day. I'll surprise you. I'm the big winner.
Come on by. I love that. That's my dream. I can't win the lottery, but I would love to give money to somebody that I know.
Right.
So it's going on 15 years. It hadn't happened yet. It might be time. 2020, it's your
time.
year.
I read in the paper all the time that they have this winner that wasn't expected to buy a ticket, wouldn't buy a gallon of milk. Oh, let me get 5 lottery tickets, and they're the big winners.
Oh yeah, we gave away $2 million earlier this month. very storied.
But I know you have a big smile on your face too when they come.
Oh, that's the favorite
and they
part
claim
of my
their
job.
prize.
Yeah, to talk to people, find out what their stories are. They're just working people who like to spend $1 or $2 on lottery tickets and had no idea the life-changing impact of buying that ticket.
And the amount of scratch-off tickets that y'all have is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
You see when you go to the store, you see so many different rolls, like a container that big with all up and down.
Yeah, it's a big process. It's a big process. 20, 25 tickets on the market at any one time. Right, and all the work and the creativity that goes behind putting out those tickets. We've got another one I just saw this morning. I can't wait till it comes out. It's Louisiana music, and so we'll have to talk about that because it's
good.
country, jazz, R&B. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, especially New Orleans is a plethora of great music.
Yes, all over the state, the state. Zydeco.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Rose Hudson, thank you always.
Why did I get a fist bump?
Oh yeah, okay, that's right, that's right. President of the Louisiana Lottery, and what a great job she has done, and thank you so much for supporting Southern University when you see her out on the street. And plus, trust me, she's not in just an office. Like I said, I was driving downtown, I saw her downtown, and big smile on her face talking to someone. All right, when we come back, we'll ask the AD some questions and more, and we'll find out what's happening with the next 7. That's right here as we continue with the overtime series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try Ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
Join the parade this season with Mambo money from the lottery. Win up to $4,000. Need a little more flavor? Play King Cake Cash, where you can win up to $12,000. And if you love that, you'll love our King Cake Cash promotion. Enter to win a King Cake each month for a year. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Mardi Gras tickets from the lottery. Get yours today.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton & Fouger today.
Our Lady of the Lake is pleased to have so many Southern University graduates as part of our growing healthcare family. They are difference makers, caring for patients, leading teams and serving our neighbors, a tradition of excellence, a commitment to service, and a love for our community. Our Lady of the Lake and Southern University. Together, a winning team.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here at School Board's Restaurant. It's Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And we've got Coach Roman Banks right here. We're doing this at noon today. We taped this starting at noon tomorrow. Next Wednesday we'll be back at our normal time at 7 o'clock. And with that, we've got crawfish is back.
They back. Crawfish back. Crawfish, crabs, potatoes, corn, sausage, turkey necks.
Oh, you got to come
all
by
that stuff is back, and and obviously Wednesday is the lunch of the big show, and so we'll come back with a basketball empowerment, other corporate sponsors, and that's the true lunch of the spring sports to start. So we're excited about that, and so it'll be a great atmosphere in here. This is for Jaguar fans to come out and have a good time, mingle with Jaguar fans, and get the latest scoop of what's going on inside Jaguar Athletics. So we're going to ask all our fans and supporters Wednesday to come out Wednesday. Usually the show tapes about 7 and we start getting here about 6 and people start to have a good time. So we look forward to everybody coming out. Obviously we had to take this one early today because of the other obligations that we have, but we look forward to every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. And I did a radio spot this week about that, and I talked about how your opportunity to not only meet Athletic Director Roman Banks, but meet all the other coaches as well. Kerrick Jackson was here today. We got Coach Rodney is in the house right here today. We obviously have Coach Sean Woods in the house. You get to meet your coaches of your favorite sports right here.
Yeah, and obviously for me, it gives me a chance that we have a lot of supporters coming in. I say, okay, you want to be on the committee?
That's right.
You're on the committee to help Jaguar Athletics, and so we're always faithful. We have our, faithful coming out, Roman Smith, and we have Willie Hughes always coming out, Pernice, and all those type of supporters that always come out, and celebrate with us. And we have many more. The booster clubs come out, and so we're thankful for the type of support that we're getting here. And obviously this is a place that we can take over and call our own on Wednesdays. So we're excited about it. So we're going to continue to ask people to come out and support us. We got Dr. Belton coming on here pretty soon. We have the chair of the board coming on pretty soon. And so, and Attorney DeMoine Rutledge. And so we're excited about everything that we have coming and making this a place where you can come definitely get to all the scoop what's going on inside Jaguar Athletics.
And the way I mentioned it, how to get here, it's right, to me, it's smack in the middle of Sherwood and Airline Highway. So if you're coming on Coursey Boulevard, what you do is, if you're coming from Sherwood Forest Boulevard, it's going to be right here on your right. You'll see the big signs that School Boards. And if you're coming from Airline Highway, you got to take a left and come on down. But like I said, it's almost right smack in the middle. So for your chance to be right here. All right, time to find out what's happening now for Jaguar Athletics. It's time for the next 7.
I have to wait for all that other stuff before
you eat.
Okay, all right.
Touch it like your mom would probably do.
Don't touch it.
That's right, don't touch it. We'll be right here. It's time now for the next 7 to see what's happening with Jaguar Athletics. This week in Jaguar Athletics, women's basketball will take on Alabama State on Saturday, January 25th at 3 p.m. at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Then Monday, January 27th, they'll be right back home to face Alabama A&M at 5:30 p.m. The men will take on Alabama State on Saturday, January 25th at 5:30 p.m. at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Then on Monday, January 27th at 7:30 p.m. Track and field will head to Birmingham, Alabama for the KMS Indoor Meet Sunday, January 26th at the Crossplex Fieldhouse. Bowling will be heading to Florida A&M for a tournament starting Friday, January 24th through Sunday, January 26th. Tennis will be at Tulane University on Saturday, January 25th. And that's what's happening in your next 7 right here from Southern University. For more information, go to gojagsports.com. That's gojagsports.com. All right, I want to thank also, and I know that Southern University wouldn't be anything without her, Tiana is a big part of our program.
Co-producer, huh?
That's right. She's co-producer of this show. She comes up with the script and comes up with those graphics right there. People like that at Southern University is a big hit.
We'll get her a hand right here.
That's right. Behind the scenes, and she's unbelievable. Big part of Southern.
Well, you know, people like her make this athletic department go, and obviously, you know, every Wednesday she have us in place ready to rock and roll. She inherited this position not too long ago, and she's been doing an awesome job with it. And so, you know, all we have to do is communicate with her, and she makes sure everything is in place. And so it's good to have a quality person that does quality work, and we appreciate her very much.
Speaking of Tiana, she's got our Ask the Athletic Director a question right now. Go ahead.
Yes, Chris, we have Ultimate Fan alumnus, and he is our head of equipment, Derek Price, here to ask the AD a question.
Coach, what are your thoughts on another former Southern University athlete in Harold Carmichael making the 2020 Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Oh man, that's a good one. I think he makes number 3 in football.
Yes.
And so obviously for him to join that club, I know it's very rewarding and it's exciting for him. I had a chance to watch him on several shows and how he speaks about Southern University and what Southern University meant for him and what Southern University has done for him speak volumes. And he's very, very thankful to the Southern University experience. And no question about it, I think that we are very thankful for his professionalship and the exposure that he brings to Southern University. And so that's the mecca of all meccas, that's the height of all heights. And so knowing him personally and being able to have conversations with him about this athletic department in this university, I think that it speaks volume for the type of guy that he is. Obviously, he was an outstanding athlete. He broke a lot of records. You know, he tell me the story that if it wasn't for Butch getting in trouble, he wouldn't have had played that position. And Butch went over to defense, and he was the wide receiver ever since. And then here, you know, Butch made professional league as well, playing linebacker, defensive end. And so that's just how good Southern University was back in those days and the type of athletes that they were turning out. But, you know, when you speak about him and his accomplishments, we're thankful. But more than anything, I think the human being that he is and that he cares about Southern University through all his accolades, and he talked about his pro success and all where he come from, he have not yet left out Southern University. And so for that, we are thankful for him talking up Southern University and recognizing what Southern University has done for him. And hopefully, in return, our student athletes can give their very best services and look at a person like him, what all he has done and been a role model of our university and our athletic department, and duplicate some of the things that he has done. And so we want to give a shout out to Mr. Carmichael, and we're very thankful for all the things that he's done at Southern University.
No question about that. This, like you said, 3 players that have been in there: Mel Blount, Aeneas Williams. By the way, when Aeneas Williams went on that Hall of Fame, speech there, he mentioned Southern several times. And then obviously Harold Carmichael. Harold Carmichael played for 14 seasons in the National Football League. He came out of Southern University in 1971 draft. And this guy, whenever he played the Saints, I was always worried. When Philadelphia played the Saints, I was always like, Harold Carmichael's going to kill us.
So I have a question for you. You're a stat guy. Historical black colleges, who leads the number of Hall of Famers?
It's got to be Southern. Let me tell you this. LSU has 5 Hall of Famers. Southern now has 3. Isn't that incredible to have just 2 behind a big program like LSU?
And so, I mean, I got to thinking about those numbers. And
it's got to be Grambling and Southern.
And so when we come back on the show next Wednesday,
that's right,
we'll have that stat for you all.
I'll find that out because Grambling has 4?
No, we have 4.
We,
Isaiah Robinson,
Isaiah didn't make the Hall. Yeah, we have 3.
He a Pro Bowler.
Pro Bowler, yeah. So I mean, it's just unbelievable the way to see that this is impressive.
Yeah.
No question. And then too, Coach, and you talked about that yesterday. We're going to get Harold Carmichael to come and visit Southern University sometime this football season.
Yes, that's been my conversation with him. I think we have to do all just do to say thank you to him and bring him back and recognize him for all the work that he's done for us. And my hopes is to bring all 3 Hall of Famers in at the same time. And so I'm looking forward to something like the FAM game, to bring them in and recognize them. And obviously, we have homecoming. And I just think that my job is to try to get them where we can engage with them more often with the Southern University family.
No question about that, and they well deserve that. Look, I get, when they come to the stadium and they come upstairs and they get on the radio with me, I'm just like, man, I'm starstruck, man.
But
Mel Blount with his cowboy hat on coming out, I mean, big part of the Pittsburgh Steelers heydays with Super Bowl rings 4.
But all 3 of them had that same demeanor as it relates to what Southern University done for them. They're not asking us to do things for them. They're talking about the experience they had at Southern University and how can they give back to help Southern University.
And they don't have to do that.
They don't have to do that.
They're just talking about their pro career.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, and so you can tell it's deep within the soul, deep within the heart, how Southern University helped mold them to be who they are. And right today, that's what we're all about at Southern, all about at Southern University Athletics, to mold young people, men and women, to go on and have a great legacy for themselves and take advantage of their education while they're doing it.
No question about that. Well, we got to take advantage of this. They brought us some food out here. It's delicious. Rice and gravy, just like Mom used to do. And also, but Mom was never fancy enough to put a lemon and lime on it.
No, we didn't get that.
No,
we didn't get that.
And we've got, of course, turkey wings. Those are Jurassic Park turkey wings.
So just like I didn't get it back then, I'll move that to the side.
There you go. And then, of course, the Overtime Series bread pudding.
Overtime Series bread pudding. Now, so, it's Seafood Wednesday next week, but I know some people don't do desserts with seafood, but you got to come out after you eat your crawfish. You still got to try this, and I put my money on it. If you don't like it, I'll pay for it.
And look at the sauce that's swimming in. It's just unbelievable. It's just drowning in that sauce. Every bite, you've got that sauce in there, and white chocolate chips on it.
So are you saying you want one of these today?
You're killing me,
Coach. Going off your diet?
You're killing me, Coach. You're killing me. And I just got back on it because football season killed me.
And no question about it. And in this profession, a lot of things will kill it because you're eating late at night, you're traveling, you're doing a lot of things that's uncharacteristic. So you got to be careful.
That's exactly right. But it's some good food here. And again, next week, crawfish and crab return here on Wednesday. We're going to be here for the taping of the show at the normal time at 7 o'clock. We invite you to come see us, come meet all the coaches. Door prizes as well. Denise got always some great prizes for you to win. So it's all right here next Wednesday. Until
then, giving away a lot of prizes. We look forward to seeing everyone here next Wednesday.
That's right. Until then, I'm Chris Powers along with Coach Banks. We'll be back next week. Right?
Go Jags!